What's up, guys? Crypto 38 here. So we're going to be looking at the markets, and while we're looking at the markets, we're going to be exercising, right? Because we got to keep that body healthy. The only way we're going to be able to spend these bitcoins if we're long enough to live to spend them, right? So we're going to do a little chest workout here. Nothing heavy. I got about a 60 pound bar here. And then, of course, I got my dumbbells, which can go as high as 52 pounds. In the background, of course, we got the Bitcoin chart up here. Currently, Bitcoin is at 9,848. And my question to you is, why you panic selling? Why? We hit above 10,000. That is a good thing. Did we go above 14,000, which was the last previous high? No, we did not. But we made it to 10,000, so which means we're one step closer to getting above that high. Now, I was expecting a correction, but once we got above a 9,100, I felt really good that we was going to head back up into this uptrend, and we actually been in this uptrend since we bottomed out at 3,000. So let's get the first step in, the first set in here. Bitcoin is up and Bitcoin is down. Bitcoin is up, Bitcoin is down. So we all know that the volatility in the crypto market can get really, really crazy. And so that's why I suggest that you invest for the long term instead of trading. If you're a really good trader, and you have a lot of money to get in and out because you need a lot of money in order to make that money back quickly, right? You know, for example, you might own 1-2 stocks in the stock market. Currently, the stock market is soaring, going all times high. But you have to own those specific stocks, right? Because if you look at the marijuana industry, it went up on a boom in 2018. And then somewhere down in 2018, 2019, that thing just been going down. It hasn't gone back up since. The Dow's been going up. The Nasdaq's been going up. And of course, the S&P's been going up. But if you're like me, a poor New York City resident, we don't have money to afford this, right? And so now, even if we did afford it, that means we could probably buy one stock, right? As much as we can afford. And it's going to take us forever to make that money. So, you know, we just got to be patient. Right now, what I am keeping an eye on is the US 10-year yield, right? It's down to $1.54. And I'm keeping an eye on that because it's been going down and it has not stopped. So let's do some sit-ups here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. That's basically one set we got here. But I've been watching these markets. Of course, the Dow Jones, Nasdaq, S&P doing really, really good. Gold and silver has been stable. Now, I don't know about you, but you should go do some research on what's called Black Friday. And I'm not talking about the Christmas sales and the Thanksgiving sales and all that. I'm talking about the real Black Friday. Back when Ulysses S. Grant was the president of the United States, and they had this thing called the gold ring, where they try to corner the market. And between the president and this group called the gold ring, they manipulated the market basically with insider trading, so that they can sell off the gold, right? Drop the price down, and then they repurchase the price once it got to the bottom. They buy it back up, bring the price back up. People start joining in again, and then of course they sell again, brings the price back down. You know, people panic, sell, it crashes, then they buy it up again, and you're able to do this if you're a whale, right? So go back and look at Black Friday. Ever since I read the history on Black Friday, I believe the gold market and the metals market is always being manipulated. In fact, it came out in the news maybe 3 weeks ago that Chase Bank, somebody working at Chase Bank, went to jail or they got charged with some criminal charges for manipulating the silver market. Other than that, oil, U.S. oil has been really low. And usually whenever a country puts tariffs, they tend to keep the prices of their merchandise low because the purpose of tariffs is to help their own companies, right? So they put taxes on the imports and then they drop the prices low on theirs. This causes people to say, well, I don't want to pay that much for that. I'd rather pay for the stuff that's lower, right? And so that's why I believe the U.S. oil market has been consistently going down, but the only thing that's going down. Let's do another set. We don't want to wait too much here. Set number 2. So let's look at US dollar. US dollar's been going up, right? And that's because there's a lot of turmoil going on around the earth right at this minute. And so people tend to look for safe havens. Of course, the US dollar being the dominant global currency is where a lot of people like to go for that safe haven, right? People used to like to go to gold and silver as a safe haven. But like I said, with all the manipulation going on, plus it's harder to transfer gold, right? If I had 24 ounces of gold here, it's not only is it heavy, I'm probably gonna need a whole security team to transfer that gold. And if I have to take it all the way to Switzerland, that's going to cost me a lot of money, right? So people would rather transfer into the US dollar. Only thing is about the US dollar, the purchasing power of it has been going down over the years. And if the whole economy in the US crashes, so does the US dollar, right? So you're basically literally holding on to paper money. But for right now, it's going up. So if you're trading the US dollar, you're actually making money on that, right? Oil prices for the US, as I was saying, continue to go down. This is the 1 hour chart, by the way, guys. And check out the Shanghai Composite. Let's put it on the daily chart. Check out the Shanghai Composite. So when the coronavirus came out, of course, that dropped the market down. We was way down here, right? But the Chinese government says, just like with the US Fed, they're going to pump a lot of money back into the economy. So people are actually buying the stocks because they know that it's going to go up. But once they opened the market back up last week, guess what? Today, it's closed again. So the Shanghai Composite is closed. So the next time it opens, like with the previous week, it might end up somewhere around here. People are saying it's going to take some time for this downturn in the Chinese market to hit the US. Will that happen? Will it not happen? We got to wait and see. Okay? Next set.
Just to confirm, you'd like to hear the song I was written? Does that play the song I was written?
Cookie soda, babe.
set. So yeah, coronavirus says it has passed the SARS virus. We're basically at 1,000 people died already so far. That's not a good thing. I don't know where you're from. I live in New York City. Nobody here in New York City seems to be worried about the coronavirus. Me, myself, of course, I am a bit prepared. I bought me some masks, some things of that nature. But overall, you walk down the streets, people walking around here like zombies. When aren't they walking around zombies in New York City, not aware of what's really going around the entire world, right? So, what do we want to check out? Let's go check out the NASDAQ, because it is hitting an all-time high. There it is. NASDAQ has hit an all-time high. It's a little question mark there. Let's see what that's about. It says day of the parade. Oh, this is just because it's my free version, so it lags behind some. But there it is. NASDAQ, all-time high right now, currently at 9,492. That's an all-time high because NASDAQ consists of a lot of the technology stocks. That's what everybody's into currently, is the technology stocks. So that's, of course, been going up. Dow Jones, NASDAQ, S&P, right? Whenever these is going up, everything else goes up, just like in the Bitcoin market. Whenever Bitcoin goes up, everything goes up. Whenever Bitcoin goes down, everything goes down. So you have to say to yourself, at what point do I really want to invest my capital into other currencies when I can just put it in Bitcoin? Because everything seems to follow Bitcoin up until this point. Right? S&P 500 going right back up. The US 10-year still struggling. And of course, Bitcoin currently at 9,835. So let's do another set here. We did 3 of those. So we're gonna do 3 with the dumbbells now, okay? And I'm gonna put these on 52.5, which is the highest that these go. Okay. All right. What happens when Bitcoin goes down? What do? We just get ready. We accumulate. We get ready for that next run. That's 20. Okay, so now you can see my chart. I have these white lines set up here. Make it a bit smaller. I'm only going to take it back to the last previous high, which is at 10,400, right? So we need to overcome 10,400, and then we get to 14,000, 17,000, then 20,000, right? But I had this white line that you see right here set up for a long time already. I even had this blue line here, which was a descending triangle that Bitcoin was caught up in for the whole 2019 and 2018. We was actually 2 years in a downward trend. And then we finally broke out here, right? And we've been going up ever since. When was this date here? Let's see. This was December 18 of last year. We started back on this little bull run, and we've been good on it. Now, 9,100 was resistance, where you see the white line here. That means every time Bitcoin hit 9,100, it wasn't able to break above it, and it went back down, right? But finally we broke above it. And usually in technical analysis, they say resistance, if it breaks through, usually, not always, but usually ends up becoming support. Now, Mooney, I got my cat over here tapping on my, Mooney, I'm trying to do a video. Relax. So you're gonna see now, 9,100 looks like it became support. And so this is why I am saying we hit 10,000, great. If we're gonna come back down, because we are a little bit high here on the RSI indicator down here, if we are gonna come back down, it's gonna be somewhere around 9,400. And if we dip lower than that, it should hit 9,100 and bounce back up. And then we're heading off to the races from there. Keep in mind, every time somebody buys Bitcoin and holds on to it, that's less Bitcoin available. That means the price goes up. So why do I say that? Well, even though I don't have a lot of money, every time I buy small quantities, maybe $10, maybe $20, maybe I have extra, I decide to put 100. But every time I buy a small quantity, I take that out the market. That means the price is higher. The price will only drop lower if more people sell. And right now it looks like there's more and more people buying and holding, right? So let's do another set. So we did 3 with the T-bar. It's really a curl bar, but we're gonna call it a T-bar. And now we did 2 of those, we'll do 1 more. So basically that's what's happening. It's just a little waiting game now. There's no need to panic sell. I don't know if you guys heard that song. If you're into kind of like hip hop like I am, there's a song by Coin Bros. You can go check it out. Just Google it. It's called Why You Panic Selling. I really think it's a good song. And a lot of times, especially if you just join the crypto market, just like I did, and you see Bitcoin dropping like that, you get scared. And you want to sell because you're like, oh my God, my money's going down. Let me take it out, right? And the funny thing is that I learned from experience is that when you take it out, what happens? It goes back up, right? May take a month, may take 2, but it ends up going back up. And what ends up happening, you lose money every time you sell, right? Because like I said, you have to be very, very good, and you have to have a lot of money if you want to trade. Because if you're just trading $10, $20 and you're getting in and out, you ain't really making no money. There's somebody out there in that market who's probably trading $100,000, and in just 1 minute, he can probably make 20 grand off that $100,000, you see? Whereas somebody like me, who just puts a little bit of money here and there, it's gonna take me some time before I really make some money. So my option that I think is better for me is to buy and hold. And then I wait until it gets to a considerable high amount. And then if I need to, I sell, right? So let's do this third set here with the dumbbells. In total, it's gonna be number 6. That burns, feel it right? So I recommend always when you work out to do stomach, right? Instead of doing a set and then just resting and waiting around, do a set and do stomach. No, I'm not the best workout trainer out there, if you want to call it that, but that's what I do. Okay, I'm up there. I'm not gonna tell you my exact age, but I'm above 40. All right, I think I look pretty good for a 40-year-old. I walk down the streets here in the Bronx. You got 20-year-olds, 25-year-olds, 28-year-olds looking completely busted, right? So I like to always do a little bit of stomach every time I work out. I incorporate that in there, keeps my little beer belly down. See, I do drink a lot of beer. My girlfriend always says, hey, I don't know how you ain't got no belly with all that beer you drink. It's because I work it out. So we did 6 sets there. How the market looking? 843. Let's put Bitcoin on the daily chart, shall we? But like I said, as long as we stay above 9,100, we good. There's no need to sell, right? Just buy and hold. What you have to do is commit yourself. That's what I did. Of course, you know how the thing goes. I'm not a financial advisor. Right? Even though I was going to try to take my life insurance, I actually passed the test, but I didn't go and apply for the license. It's another story for another day, but I'm not a financial advisor. I do this, you know, I keep track of the Bitcoin market, and I just like sharing it with people, right? Because it's something very amazing. It's a new technology that's actually changing the world. Right? Because as far as we knew, the only thing that can be considered money was silver, gold, and then paper money. All of a sudden, somebody decided to create digital cash, and now it's like taking over the world. It's been around now for 11 years, and it's no stopping. It only seems to continue to grow, and I find that really, really fascinating. That's why I keep track of it. Not only do I keep track of it, I actually have some money invested in this as well. I actually made a profit off of Bitcoin 3 times. Out of those 3 times, 2 times I really didn't want to sell, but because of my circumstances, I really needed money. I went and sold it and used it for whatever it was. The one time I did sell it because I wanted to was because I made a decent amount of profit, and I had 3 credit cards where the bank was just killing me with that interest rate. Chase Bank was charging me like $90 a month. And I was like, oh my God, $90, that's a whole phone bill. And so finally, when Bitcoin shot up, you know, I took some money out, I paid off 3 credit card bills, got rid of that. Now I don't have to be worried about somebody overcharging me with their interest rates. And even better, now I have extra money that I can do what I want to do. For example, if I want to buy some more Satoshis, right? So we did 3 of those. What we're gonna do now.
And I'm getting mighty tired of your trifling ways and of listening to that jackass Bray.
do here. Basically, it's gonna go like this. Come down over your forehead, down, stretch it out a bit, come back, up, down, over your forehead, chest, up, that's 2. Chest over your forehead, down, back to your chest, 3. Chest over your forehead, 4. 5. 9,844. Notice, if you follow that little green line there, see this little area here? Seems to be some consolidation in that area, which usually means there's support there. And that's right there at, let's look at it somewhere around 9,700. You can notice it right there. There's support forming there. See, that's why here, when we was here on the left side, it was going sideways. It shot up, came back down. Now we're going sideways again at the same price range as before, which was 9,740. That could be a new bottom forming. We don't know yet. Like I said, the one I believe was the new bottom was 9,100. But the longer we hang out in this price range, the more it will confirm that this might be a bottom actually forming here, okay? And that's actually a good thing, because we don't want to shoot up too high, because then it's even harder for me to determine if I want to add money or not. I actually was thinking about, once I hit 10,000 amps, should I add a little bit of more money? Should I wait? I said, you know what, let me wait, because kind of like took off, right? And it's hard to catch up. And so I said, let me wait to see if it comes down. That way I can add a little bit more money at a lower price, which is better for me, right? And that's what we have so far. Let's do another cassette here. Satoshis, 8 Satoshis, 9 Satoshis. Woo. So, another set for stomach as we wait on Bitcoin to blow past 10 grand again. You know, once we pass 10 grand again, 12,000 is right there. 1 Satoshi, 2 satoshis, 3 satoshis, 4 satoshis, 5 satoshis, 6 satoshis, 7 satoshis, 8 satoshis, 9 satoshis. Alright? That's the way the bulls do it. I don't know what them bears would be doing. They're probably hibernating right now, those bears. But the bulls, we getting that money here. Bulls getting that money. Hope you're getting that money too. So what we got going, 9,860. Right? Ooh-wee. Look at the NASDAQ. NASDAQ about to hit 9,500. Look at that. Look at the NASDAQ. It might have hit it while we was doing that set. It might have hit. NASDAQ might have hit 9,500. The thing with the stock market is if you ain't got your feet in there, you ain't making no money off of that. You know, Trump, right? The Fed's pumping more money into it. The banks, right? All those buybacks, you know, you buy back your own stocks. That creates money going up, right? Invest more money into your own funds, right? And then small people like me see the price going up and we're like, wow, I should get in now, right? And then what do? Jeff Bezos, they say Jeff Bezos from Amazon just pulled out quite a large amount, probably in the millions or something like that, pulled some money out for whatever reason. And when big players like that take their money out, of course the price starts coming down, right? Kind of like the Black Friday gold thing I'm telling you to go do some history on, right? You drop the price down, now the little people get scared, they get out, that causes the price to go down even further till it gets really, really, really low. And then that same person that sold this says, you know what, let's buy it all back up. And now it's going right back up, right? And that's how it goes. That's why they say buy low and sell high. Of course, technical analysis helps you determine when is your best option to buy and to get out. Right? So let's go back to Bitcoin because I ain't got no money in the NASDAQ. I just like to keep watch of everything, right? And 9,870. Got a bullish candle there. Let's zoom this up. Okay, got a bullish candle there forming. Let's do another set. What's that? 12 satoshis, 13, 14 satoshis. It's burning. 15 satoshis, 16 satoshis, 17 satoshis, 18 satoshis, 19 satoshis. Woo-wee. Feel that. feel that. So that's basically it, guys. So we're doing waiting. I am, of course, waiting to see how this all plays out. Because if we go back up from here, it's a good chance I'm going to add a little bit more money. Don't have a lot of money, but I've added a little bit here. I've learned, instead of me going to go play $20, $10 in the New York lottery and win back either $0 or just $2, I've put it in Bitcoin and actually made more money than I've ever put into the lottery system. And I've been playing the lottery system for a very long time. And that's not even funny. My mother has been playing the lottery since she was a youth. And she's in her 60s now. She has all types of books where she reads, and when she has dreams, she looks through it, picks her numbers, pick the ages, right? All these special numbers, go plays the lotto, and we're still broke, right? Whereas I rather put my money in here where I know it's really not lost if you hold on to it. This thing's been going up for 11 years. Yeah, it's volatile, goes up and down. But if you just buy and hold and put your little lottery money in here, I've learned from experience, I've made more money here than in the New York lottery. So I'm going to continue doing this. Right now, the RSI on the 1 hourly chart actually hit the 30 and it's trying to go back up. You can see it's trying to go back up here. So like I said, this $9,800 range might be a little bottom forming right now. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait for that. You know, coronavirus is coming through here. And when I say coming through here, I'm not necessarily meaning with the spread of the actual virus, but economically, right? It's impacting the economy over there. All the cruise ships have closed down, right? They're losing profits. And we don't know how that's going to affect the U.S. market. A lot of uncertainty, even though this is going up. Seems like a lot of people wanting to put their money in the U.S. dollar. Like I said, I think a stable coin might be better than the U.S. dollar right now, right? Because when you look at the purchasing power of the U.S. dollar, it's been going straight down. So you don't need to be a math genius to figure out something's just not right here, especially when you go down to work and you go buy lunch and you have to spend $3 on a coffee. And I'm like, come on, $3 on a coffee? You know, they're charging you for this little bit of food, $10, you know, inflation, you know. Did we get a raise in New York City? We sure did, but that's just because they need to keep up with the inflation. The prices are so expensive here in New York City. They have no choice but to raise the minimum income, because otherwise we really would never even be able to keep up. So all they did was raise up the minimum wage because everything else in price is going up. And not only is everything else in price going up, taxes are getting higher around here, it seems like. And for example, when I go ride the train, that the price to get on the train just keeps going up every year. So it's like you're giving me a minimum wage increase just to take it away from me through another avenue, right? That's all that's happening. I am not really getting nowhere. Most people are not getting nowhere unless you happen to have that education from a very young upbringing. And if you don't have it, like I didn't have it, it's going to be very hard for you to break out of that cycle, right? And right now, the only alternative that I see in my life is Bitcoin. And I don't have to worry about Bitcoin using my money to go build bombs and war jets and nuclears, atomic bombs, you know, for warfare basically, right? Because most of our taxpayer money goes for wars, right? And I'm kind of tired of people always using money to go fight wars and people dying in wars that we shouldn't even be into. And then when you look at history, you'll notice that we've been lied into war so many times that it's like, why do I want to put my money in something like that, right? I'd rather put it in Bitcoin. So guys, that's going to be it. Hope you like this video. Little workout that you can do while you're watching the chart. You don't always have to just sit there in front of the television set looking at the Bitcoin price. Do a little workout while you're in there at the same time. Get yourself ready so when you go buy that Lambo. All right? So Crypto38 here. Don't panic sell. Make sure you go check out that video by Cornbroys. I really like that one. In fact, I'm going to hear it myself after this, and enjoy your rest of the day.